Loki, is that you? Nah, that's just Philly's infinite time glitch. The Philadelphia Eagles offense doesn't really resemble any other around the league, or any other in history to be quite honest. Without the clever shifts and motions of modern-day systems, things can feel a bit stagnant at times. But thanks to the combination of what is an all-time O-line and one of the best scramblers we've ever seen at the quarterback position, the Philadelphia offense manages to find success by breaking conventional rules, ripping apart defenses through patience and strength. To manipulate time, you first gotta create space, and this Eagles O-line is straight up bullying teams, both in the run and passing games. The gaps this line is able to create can blow any other team out of the water. There may be more creative run schemes or more athletic linemen in space, but no one has moved the line of scrimmage like Philly has this year. You don't need to run anything complicated when you have this level of talent, and a simple duo play here, which creates two double teams on the D tackles, clears a path. Everyone wins their block to reestablish the line of scrimmage further downfield, with both guards peeling off the double blocks to get to the linebackers. Swift gets behind his big man at center and isn't touched until he's 7 yards past the line. And here's more duo against the Rams. Despite the tackles getting as low as possible to win the leverage, the doubles win again, pushing and gaining space, allowing Swift to just get behind his pads and rumble for 8 yards. This time, running inside zone against the Bucs, a hole is created that, to be honest, anyone currently watching this video could probably run through. Lavonte David tries to jump wide in case Hurts keeps it, but Kelsey's too fast to let Devin White replace his gap, climbing up and sealing him out, which leaves a chasm for Swift to run through. And with all that speed, Swift shows off some hops too, leaping Antoine Winfield, who's been playing at an all-pro level this year. Kelsey is such a monster of a lineman that running behind him and creating plays for him almost always leads to great outcomes. Look at the push he gets here on John Ridgeway, not only clearing him out the gap for the Gainwell plunge, but sticking with it and pancaking his ass into the floor. His movement means he can climb and take on blocks most centers can't reach, and then can finish them with power to clear lanes. Out of the pistol formation, the Eagles are going to run stretch right, and Kelsey does another great job here to climb and seal Devin White. A huge hole has opened up thanks to some great blocking across the line, and Kelsey's climbed quickly to White, offering a lane for Swift to cut through. White flashes his lead across to force the Swift cutback, so Kelsey finishes him into the floor. Not many centers have the athleticism to pull, but Jason Kelsey is so good at it that it's a staple of the Philly offense. Here, the Eagles will release Goddard to block the second level, pulling Kelsey to clear out the end. Great job by Landon Dickerson here to climb to the linebacker, and a really good job by Lane Johnson to turn his man back inside and create another big lane for Swift to hit with pace. And here's another great pull from Kelsey, this time to ice the game. Back in the pistol formation, the Eagles are running CH counter, pulling both Kelsey and Jack Stoll to clear the way. Everyone on the line wins their block, and Kelsey clears out the end, opening a lane for Swift to follow his lead blocker. Swift is past the sticks before anyone can get a touch on him, needing 2 to rip him down. But that's game. This video is sponsored by DraftKings. The season is in full swing, and another action-packed weekend lies ahead. All new customers who bet $5 will get $200 in bonus bets instantly. That's right, new customers can bet just $5 on any wager and get $200 in bonus bets into your account instantly. If you've already signed up for DraftKings, no problem. All customers can get a no-sweat same-game parlay or same-game parlay extra if your bet doesn't hit. Max reward limits apply. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. New customers use my promo code THINK and bet just $5 on any wager and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. That's promo code THINK, only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Lining up and knocking over the opponent is definitely a lineman's favorite task. But in the modern game, you get paid to protect the passer. And this unit is providing ample time to break down defenses, even if the pass patterns can be kinda stale. This is a decent design using Goddard on the motion to give him momentum on the drag. But the Bucs cover 3 has everything shut down on this long third down. But thanks to a good 5.5 seconds in the pocket, the coverage gets broken, and free safety Ryan Neal attaches to Devontae Smith on the deep over, and this gives Zacchaeus space to work into. Hurts spots him coming open and throws one up, leading his receiver to beat Jamal Dean, and the long third down turns into an easy score. Here against the Dolphins, they're running a max protect concept with a nice design for Devontae Smith to pivot his over route at midfield. Again, the line holds up well despite the Finns sending 5, and Hurts works up and through the pocket, keeping his eyes downfield and finding Smith despite throwing this late. And more here against the Bucs, as Hurts has all the time in the world. This play actually shows some improvement in Hurts' game, willing to take the check down when there's nothing open downfield. And here from 5 wide, the pressure spooks Hurts despite the protection staying strong. Fortunately, Hurts has the wheels and arm strength to work backwards and still hit this deep out. Honestly, time has no effect on the Eagles. And this is the deadly combo, combining Hurts' ability to extend the play along with the O-line's attributes and effort. No matter how well you've covered a play as a defense, the Eagles have a chance to manipulate time and break you down. The O-line in Hurts' clever pocket movement on this play generates an additional 5 seconds for him to make a decision, and Zaccheaus gets himself open into the flat, with Hurts looping this up and over the defender for the big game. And even when the pressure does get through, Hurts is just too strong. The Jets send pressure off the edge here, but Hurts is too strong and too elusive, stepping up to avoid the rush before breaking contained right. Michael Carter has got him on the extension, but Jalen keeps him at arm's length with a powerful stiff arm, throwing this to his favorite target to move the chains. And this is before he takes off on you. You can't just back off and play man, because he's great at working up and through the chaos, and then just turning on the Jets to get the first, no matter how long that third down conversion might be. And he's definitely the strongest QB in the league. Pressure around the edge forces a step up and escape away from the pass patterns, so Hurts calls his own number and takes off, juking one guy and then out-muscling another, bouncing off him and getting every yard possible. Extension of the play isn't the only scenario where Hurts and the O-line break time. Thanks to having a QB who squats 600 and an interior O-line that always seems to win the leverage battle, Philadelphia consistently finds avenues to extend drives thanks to the infamous tush push. They've really mastered this as their signature play, always winning the leverage battle to extend the drive. And on the goal line, it's even more deadly, just packing up the muscle and pushing over the end line. They've also pulled out a couple of modified versions of it when teams really sell out to stop the push. Here, Hurts has realized there's no one wide left and quickly tries to sweep it, getting his head down when he sees a gap for the first. And in the second engagement against Washington, after having it stopped once on a fumble, the Eagles call a sweep to Swift from the formation, and there's no one wide to stop it. But the reality is, no matter how much you can extend the play, you're still gonna need one stud receiver to get open and win one-on-one. And thankfully, they've got one of the league's best in A.J. Brown. Suffering from the DJ Moore problem of generic names, A.J. Brown's brilliance was hidden from national media in Tennessee, but Howie did a great job to fleece him and give Hurts a true number 1. Soloed up on the outside here against Washington, and AJ is going to show us a contender for catch of the season. Hurts knows he's going to win one-on-one, throwing it up high, wide, and back shoulder to where only his man can win. Snagging this with just one hand while spinning and tapping in both toes. Ooh-wee! What a catch. That catch radius allows him to pull in offline targets, and he's got the speed and wheels to burn you once he's got it. Running a post here against the Rams, the coverage is tight, but Hurts leads his receiver to give him a chance, and he pays off that trust, again with a one-hander, this time with a lefty, and the wheels have him breaking free, taking this inside the Rams' 30. His yak ability isn't talked about enough, but he's got some of the best vision and strength once he's received the rock. Getting it on the dig route this time, Brown shrugs off one man, then shrugs off the corner, breaking boundary to find the space, finally getting shoved out by the safety inside the 5. Here's a nice design with a fake the quick screen to Goddard, and AJ will take off down the boundary after faking his block. The fake block has the corner trailing, and AJ is too fast to give a head start. Hurts drops it in the bucket, and Brown isn't done, cutting back to lose the safety and then doing a tremendous job to set up his blocks, staying patient to set up a second, and cut back for the score. And it's not all weaving, he's just too strong for these DBs to tackle. And when Hurts is in trouble, AJ is his go-to man. He's running a double move here on the near side, but the corner doesn't bite, leaving the coverage tight. Jalen has a man bearing down on him now and just throws it up, knowing that AJ is going to deliver. And that's exactly what he does, slowing down to track the ball, pull this in through blanketed coverage. And here it is on the extension. He's running a slant as part of a bubble slant concept, but nothing comes open, and Hurts feels pressure and starts rolling left. AJ spots his QB in trouble and hustles hard to cross the field and make himself an option for his QB. As much as we love to talk about scheme on this channel, often it's just that talent wins out. And that's what this Philly team is. It's just more talented than you. The offense needs to add a little bit more motion and creativity to be truly unstoppable, but the collection of power, extension, and stud play will have this Philly team playing deep into January. Let's see if they can win just one more this year.